has finally arrived, the Teverun 7260R. Woo! I don't want to get up on this guy too much. I don't know if he's okay with being filmed, but they said it was supposed to be delivered at 12, then it was 2, then 2:30, then 3:30, and now it's almost 5:30. So, but hey, it's here, finally. There it is, the pallet. This looks in good shape. I've seen other videos where it didn't come in as good of shape, but everything looks really good. I gotta be careful here. I don't know what private information is on here, but yeah, I'm gonna get this off the pallet and probably get this pallet broken down and out of the wheel. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. Oh, got some carbon fiber wrapped. Oh, a pair of Teverun gloves. Thanks. XXL. How'd they know? I'm an XXL boy, I guess. Throw those over here. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna guess this is a charger or 2 chargers. It looks packaged good. I just wish it wasn't styrofoam. Oh, that's right. I forgot it comes with 1 charger. Looks like a 5 amp charger or 8 amp max, so 5 amp. So yeah, I mean, it just depends on, you know, I mean, obviously probably if you plug it into 240, it'll do more, but usually it doesn't work that way. All right, we got, looks like our caps for our tires, a little tool. Looks like they sent some extra ones, which is nice, in case you lose them, because I can't imagine there's that many tires. Looks like you got 2 sets from the look of it, so if you lose the rubber caps, you got more. All right, we'll pull off this styrofoam so we can take a look at it at least. Holy crap, man. The videos just don't do it justice how big this thing is. Holy crap. Oh, got a little peel off right there. Ah, feels good. Yeah, videos just don't do it justice how beefy this thing is. Shoo! Look at that. Got the dual dampeners. Let's see here. The joint is pre-greased, which is nice. Thank you. Oh, we got a couple more peel off on our lights here. I probably will fire it up for just a minute, just to, you know, drive around for a second, because, you know, I can't help myself, and then I'll charge it. So I can't help myself. I have to drive it when I open it. I can't wait all the way until tomorrow evening to maybe be able to drive it. So, but all right, I'm gonna work on getting this sucker out of the box. I don't really feel like filming me struggle getting it out. Here, I will not be using the stock handlebars. I have a carbon fiber one I'm going to put on, so I'll just do that right away. Here is the full look. So, got the clip right here for the handlebars. God, this thing is big. I tried to lift it out, but I'm going to have to cut the box, obviously. Got the double dampeners. Got your keys. Decent packaging. Like I said, I wish it was that black foam stuff, just because it makes less of a mess, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Stem locks in right there. Pull that back, push those buttons. So yeah, let me get this thing out of the box, but I just wanted to show it. So this is the handlebar it comes with. I'm going to be using a different, larger handlebar. I think the one recommended by Brian from the original handlebars. As you can see, the difference in size in these, and this is a carbon fiber one, but it's much bigger. So it should, in theory, give me much more balance and make me feel like I'm able to turn. The cable management is very nicely done, so everything is extremely tight. So I ended up actually physically having to remove everything instead of loosening and sliding it off like I had hoped. The throttle especially, ended up having to unplug it just to be able to slide it off because there wasn't enough slack with the cable. So I'm going to go ahead and get the new one on. I did drop 1 screw, of course, and I can't find it, but I'm not too worried. I'm pretty positive I have a replacement. I'm a hoarder of screws when it comes to these things. I don't have the garage door open right now because the kid is being wild, so it's extremely hot in here, so the light's probably not the best, and that's why. So, but yeah, I'll reconvene once we have the new handlebar set up on, and yeah, then I'll be able to I'm just going to get it together, then I'll adjust it later once I'm driving into the positions I want. But I have a pretty good idea of where I want everything, as does most of us who ride scooters on a regular basis. And I would assume anybody that's buying the scooter, this probably is not your first. I think I have it all together. I've yet to turn it on yet. I have no idea what to do, but I figured while I was changing the handlebars, I'd at least get everything set where I think I would want it. I'll be honest, it was a pain in the butt to do this and take everything off because there's not much slack in the cords. Also, in order to fit this back on, I had to take these rubber things off each side, which help it from slipping and, you know, being noisy. So I may have to put the generic kind back in there, we'll see, or get some longer screws. I thought about removing, because there's 2 washers on those little screws. I tried to remove them, but they were kind of like bent on there, and I didn't want to rip them off with like pliers or something. I didn't want to damage the screw. Then, of course, my dumb butt lost the screw for this one. Luckily, I had ordered an extra throttle or trigger, whatever you want to call it, from AliExpress, because the Teverun parts on there are pretty cheap for the older generations. But that screw worked fine for that. And it's just very hot in this garage, especially without the door open. And I just been sweating my butt off. So I am honestly not even sure how to turn it on. I think you double tap the key, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. No, that didn't do it. I might have to look. It's going to use the power button. But I will say an important thing to point out is you need to push this button right there. So when you're not going to use the scooter for a while, you push that in so it doesn't drain the battery from the Bluetooth. So then it's going to ask you to scan the NFC, which is these 2 little cards. You just kind of... Now, I'll have to mess with the key later and stuff, but sick, look at those lights, sick. And I'll deal with the app and stuff later. And I'll get into any settings and stuff. Where is... So batteries, 49%. I'm not going to peel off that thing yet. Let's see here. Kilometers, front, rear, trip, max average. So that's just your trips in kilometers. I'll have to mess with that, and I think that's kilometers per hour. Yeah, so that's just like the front engine. What's that do? So rear. Oh, okay, taking me up in modes. Okay. So walk. Definitely be starting an eco. Turn signals completely lights up. I guess you do have to push it to get it off again. Going to assume it's not in kick to start, but it may be. So yeah, I'm just gonna mess with it real quick. Obviously it's pretty freaking sweet. I need to put some air in the tires real quick too. And yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to be installing a rear view camera on it and stuff, among other things. So I will try my best to film that process, but it will be the first time I do anything like that as well. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I don't know how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be. But yeah, I'll need to look at the owner's manual and read everything some more. But yeah, I got to get everything cleaned up here and everything, because it's about time for the kids' bed. So yeah, I mean, obviously I don't have time to film a ride right now, plus I need to charge it, but I'm just going to ride down the street real quick just to make sure it works, obviously. So in case there is any problems, you notify Voro Motors within 24 hours. Been messing with it. I got it charged. I charged it to like 97% now. If you don't plan on riding it, you can turn this green button off. It'll turn the Bluetooth settings off. I think you just gotta hold it in, maybe. Let's see here. Well, it ain't really turning off now, is it? I don't know. I'll have to mess with that later. But it comes in slow mode, obviously. And so in order to get it out of slow mode, you pretty much have to use the app, and it connects Bluetooth. I download the Teverun app. There's two different: light version, pro mode. You have to go into the advanced settings and adjust the D1s. Maybe there's another way around it that somebody can inform me of. Also, another thing, no matter what, you have to use either the NFC chip or the remote. So I just did the power button on the scooter. It wants the NFC chip, and you only get one of each. So the question is, which do you carry? I'll probably carry the remote, but the remote seems to be the easiest. You just double click it and it turns it on and avoids the NFC chip. A few other things I figured out. So I was able, and I haven't got to drive yet, so I haven't fully got to do it, but to where you can adjust the electronic brake, D1, D2, and D3, and you can adjust the smart button. So I set this to the turbo, so I don't have to worry about hitting this if I want to use the turbo. But I had a real pain in the butt trying to figure out how to do miles per hour. And the way you do that is through the light app, where it says basically how fast you're going. You just click that and it changes it between kilometers and miles per hour. So that was something that took a minute. Also, how to change the light so when it comes, it looks like this. Hang on here, let me see if I can get it to do it. It might be stuck without the app. Yeah, so when it comes, it's just doing this horrible blinking, and like your brake light just blinks constantly. So in order to get it to actually be able to change to these colors, you have to go into the light mode settings, choose the one you want, press OK, and then you have to push this button to switch between basically that blinking blue and the one you've selected. Oh man, I got the thing all dirty there. Other things I had to figure out. I haven't really got into too much yet. The charging went fine. But yeah, I just want to add this part in as a part of the unboxing because I believe this is part of the unboxing. But technically, you have to load the app up each time you turn the scooter on. The app's okay. It doesn't seem bad or in any way. You know what I mean? Like when I clicked the miles per hour, it changed instantly. I mean, overall, it seems pretty good. It has like a systems check thing on it and stuff. The only thing I wish I could do, because I'm just used to my other scooters, you know, my Kaboo and my Go Tracks, and then obviously I had the Solar, but I sold that to a nice kid. So I told him to be warned, that thing's fast. But I do wish I could just use the power button, turn it on and off. I understand it's a safety feature. This is a very expensive scooter. It's like a $4,000 scooter. It might be even more expensive once they become in stock. I got a really good deal on mine, so I can't complain. If you're curious what I paid, it's posted in my shorts. I'll be posting some shorts, some videos, some riding videos, some tips and tricks, whatever you want to call it. So, but yeah, that is the final part of the final part. I just wanted to add